Today is parents' meeting at school. The morning feels serious. The sky is clear, but Emily's heart feels heavy. Emily Parker is a caring mother. She wakes up early. She makes breakfast for her son, Ethan. Ethan is 10 years old. He studies in grade 5. He is smart, but he is quiet. At the table, Emily looks at him. "Are you ready for school?" she asks. "Yes, Mom," Ethan says softly. "Today is parents' meeting," she says. Ethan stops eating. He looks down at his plate. "I know," he replies. Emily notices his face. "Are you worried?" she asks gently. "Maybe a little," Ethan says. Emily touches his hand. "It's okay. We will listen. We will learn." At school. At 9 a.m., Emily walks into Lincoln Elementary School. The hallway is full of parents. Some parents are smiling, some look serious. Emily walks to room 12. On the door, she reads, "Mrs. Johnson, grade 5. She takes a deep breath. She knocks on the door. "Come in," a calm voice says. Mrs. Johnson is sitting at her desk. She stands up and smiles. "Good morning, Mrs. Parker." "Good morning," Emily replies politely. They shake hands. They sit across from each other. For a moment, there is silence. The room feels quiet and formal. "Thank you for coming," Mrs. Johnson says. "Of course," Emily answers. Mrs. Johnson opens a folder. Inside are Ethan's papers and test results. "Ethan is a bright student," she begins. "He understands lessons quickly." Emily feels a little relief. "But," the teacher continues carefully, "he does not participate in class." Emily listens closely. She nods her head. "He avoids eye contact," Mrs. Johnson says. "He finishes his work, but he does not speak." Emily sighs softly. "He is shy at home, too," she explains. Mrs. Johnson leans forward. "Sometimes shyness hides confidence," she says. "I believe Ethan has great potential." A deeper discussion. Emily looks concerned. "Is he having any problems with other students?" "No," Mrs. replies Johnson. "He is kind and respectful." "That makes me happy," Emily says. The teacher smiles. "He just needs encouragement." Mrs. Johnson shows a math test. Ethan scored 92%. "That's excellent," Emily says proudly. "Yes," the teacher agrees, "but during group work he stays silent." Emily thinks for a moment. "At home he talks freely with family," she says. "Maybe he feels nervous in front of others?" "That is possible," Mrs. Johnson responds. "Confidence grows with practice." Making a simple plan. "What can we do now?" Emily asks. Mrs. Johnson speaks slowly. "We can make small goals," she says. "Small goals?" Emily asks. "Yes," the teacher says. "For example, Ethan can answer one question every day." Emily nods. "That is a good idea." "And at home," the teacher says, "you can ask him about his day." "I will do that," Emily says. "Tell him good job when he tries," the teacher adds, "even if the answer is not perfect." Emily smiles. "Yes, trying is very important." Ethan comes in. There is a soft knock on the door. Ethan comes inside. "Hi, Mom," he says in a low voice. "Hi, my dear," Emily says. Mrs. Johnson looks at him kindly. "Ethan," We are talking about your schoolwork. Ethan looks worried. Did I do something wrong? He asks. No, the teacher says softly. You are doing good work. Ethan looks surprised. Really? Yes, Emily says. We are happy with you, but we want you to speak more in class. Ethan looks down. Sometimes I feel afraid, he says. The teacher smiles. It is okay to feel afraid, she says. Being brave means speaking even when you feel scared. Ethan listens quietly. A promise. Can you try to answer one question tomorrow? Mrs. Johnson asks kindly. Ethan thinks for a moment. Then he nods slowly. Yes, I can try. Emily feels proud. That's my brave boy, she says softly. Mrs. Johnson closes the folder. I believe in you, Ethan, she says. Thank you, he replies. After the meeting. Outside the classroom, Emily and Ethan walk together. How do you feel? She asks. Better, Ethan says. I thought it would be worse. Emily laughs gently. Meetings are not for punishment, she says. They are for growth. Ethan looks thoughtful. I will try to be more confident. Emily squeezes his hand. That's all we ask. The next day. The next morning, Ethan sits in class. Mrs. Johnson asks a question. Who can explain this answer? Ethan's heart beats fast. He remembers his promise. Slowly, he raises his hand. Yes, Ethan? He speaks clearly. I think the answer is 36. The teacher smiles brightly. That is correct. Some students clap softly. Ethan feels proud. He feels stronger.